Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. In this video, we're going to take a little rabbit trail just because something piqued my curiosity earlier. And I thought, let's do a video and ask the cards about this. I'm speaking about former FBI Director James Comey, who is currently on book tour with his latest book and has been speaking out in liberal outlets about the dangers of a second term of office for Mr. T. Well, I have maintained for quite some time that Mr. Comey has been dealt with at the spa. And so I laughingly in one video said, and there's no way that the deep state will make a clone of this man because he was notably tall. 6 feet 8 inches tall. And I don't think those clone pods go that tall. So when I heard he was making appearances, I immediately thought, since I'm trying to train my eye, oh, this has got to be either a mask, a CGI, something going on. It's not the original. And like I said, it can't be a clone. And I don't think he was that important and pivotal that they would have made a special clone pod to come out with a 6 foot 8 inch, one use only clone. So I wanted to see which it was. Again, trying to train my eye because I thought the odds of it being the genuine article are just, to me, they're just not even worth thinking about. So I'm going to take you to a compilation I got as I was trying to satisfy my curiosity about what kind of impersonator was doing the Comey interviews and what have you. And then we'll just see what the universe wants to tell us about the situation. Okay, I'm going to take you to a compilation I've got. And if you're interested in it, you can click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. Or you could do what I did. I just used my favorite search engine and started looking for images. I went to YouTube and looked up some Comey interview material that's available on YouTube. So I use mainstream sources, and you can too, but I'll let you see what I have. Okay, let's go to that share screen and get started here. Okay, so here he is supposedly on the set of MSNBC speaking about the dangers of, a Mr. T second term officially in office. And we look here and he is only marginally taller than this lady, well, reporter, I don't know that she's a lady, Alex Wagner, okay? And then I looked at the chairs, and her chair is raised up a little bit above the table height. His is not, but given the reported height discrepancy of the two, he should still be towering over her. Let's look at those heights. Alex Wagner is 5 feet 6 inches. Some places reporter is 5 feet 5 inches tall. Okay. Moving on to Mr. Comey. He is 6 feet 8 inches tall, as I previously stated. Over 15 inches taller. So if you divide that in half, since he's sitting down, he should be 7.5 inches taller than her approximately. And if we factor this in, he should still be 5 inches or so over her height in this picture. So I tried to find other pictures. I tried to find pictures of him entering and leaving his book tour locations. There is no photographic evidence on the internet that I could find. Now, one of the reasons that I maintain that he was dealt with, and in my opinion, rightfully so, back in 2021, Real Raw News reported that he lost his head to a guillotine. You can believe it or not. Again, this site is billed as satire for their safety, but there's a lot of truth that comes out in the name of satire. I continued looking to see if I could confirm the height of whoever was playing this role, or was it CGI? And here is supposedly, and again, he's not close enough, so really they could do a split screen quite easily and have two different people. In this one, he is with Poppy Harlow, who is 5 feet 5 inches tall. He's only marginally taller than her with the aid of a taller chair, and she's in a lower one, trying to make it seem like he's taller than her. This one was really interesting to me. Now, I realized that I looked at the chair legs to see, following the line of the flooring, if one chair was closer to the camera than the other, and it was not. But one chair was notably higher. You would think it'd be hers. It's his. So it seems to be that they've got someone, a physical person who is playing the part, but is not 6'8", which may explains that 12-inch difference we seem to see. Now here is a picture of him from 2017. You can see just quite a tall and imposing figure. I saw pictures of him compared to our 44th president, and I saw one that was kind of gratifying with him sitting across from Mr. T, and Mr. T is well over 6 foot tall too. They were almost eye to eye. I liked that. I really did. So let's ask the cards about this, okay? I'm going to call it alt media chatter, okay, because it's not just me. Is there accuracy in the alt media chatter that Mr. Comey is long gone and there is a stand-in of some stripe playing the part of James Comey on these book tours and things like that? Seems like he would be using his height to his advantage for imposing photo opportunities. In every interview I saw, he is sitting down. No one is beside him. They're very careful not to show him entering a set, leaving a set. So like I said, I don't know that I trained my eye anymore, but I did kind of got a little humorous feeling about how they are trying to bring on board a James Comey for whatever this movie we're watching is. So let's see if there's truth in the chatter and what the universe wants us to know about the original James Comey. Let's see. I'm going to switch the camera, let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll find out together. Again, is there truth in the chatter? And then insights and information about James Comey 1.0. Let's see what we get. Oh, Mr. Comey, I think you lost not a foot of height, but a head's worth of height, personally. And if I'm wrong, we'll laugh at me together as we get some responses from the cards. Again, is there truth in the chatter that Mr. Comey's been dealt with and that an impersonator of some stripe is taking his place? Plus insights and information about the original model 1.0. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, the Magician, the Sun, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Hangman. That's what I said. He was okay, and then we have the Seven of Swords. All right, well, we asked if there was truth. We didn't get a hard yes, but we've got some really interesting cards here, including 3 major arcanas. So the universe is saying my question isn't quite as silly as I thought it might have been. The universe is indicating here that there's some information in my question that they're just not going to share. Again, a little bit of humorous with this is this also indicates sometimes that that there's a period of rest going on and what have you. So then we have the Magician. So yeah, they're trying to bring forth a believable Comey 2.0. And to do that, they haven't been able to mimic the height because even lift shoes would only add a couple of inches. So I doubt we're going to get some photo ops. I looked up his book tour. There's still 2 places that he's going to be doing his book talk and signing. And I was thinking, gee, I probably got viewers in one of those 2 cities, but I understand that the tickets for those events, and I didn't think they were ticketed events, are $95. So I will ask anybody to shell out money to confirm or laugh at the replacement or look to see if you can see where the mask ends or starts or whatever's going on with it. But if you do see him in person, I think you're gonna see someone that's in a mask. And if it's a visual, a media thing, I think we're gonna be seeing CGI. And then they've got enough sound bites of him speaking that they can mimic his voice perfectly. So, using electronics. The recent past, we have the Sun, which is telling us, first of all, that yeah, I think he's definitely been dealt with. The and that was the right and good thing to do. What happened to him was deserved. King of Cups, showing that there's some trickery going on here. The kind of our poker face person. So yeah, what we're seeing is a masked individual in many cases, unless it's a situation that they can just use the CGI issue going on. Moving into the near future, we have Queen of Cups again, kind of talking about use your emotional intelligence to assess these situations. And my curiosity, but I didn't frame it into the question, so I'm not upset that it wasn't answered, was who is putting this Comey alternative out there? Is it the white hats or is it the deep state? And I honestly can't tell at this point, and I'll just share that with you. Either side could have some reasons for doing it. The white hats could be using a substitute because the original was trusted to be anti-Trump and a team player on the liberal end of things. So they could be using him for that. But he's not speaking out in ways that kind of nudge people towards a more centrist type of view. So I would say it's deep state, but that's just my thought. It's not like nudged by the cards or anything at this point. But yeah, trickery's involved. They're trying to get away with it, with passing off a 2.0 as the 1.0. I'm going to get two more cards and we'll see what the universe has to tell us about this James Comey character. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Death card showing a fourth major arcana. This is surprising to me that the universe is indicating this is such an important question. Makes me wonder what's going to happen next with this Comey individual, or the sound bites that he is putting out there. Kind of interesting to speculate on that. Okay, the net worth right now of James Comey seems to be over $15 million. Not bad for a public servant who's written a couple of books that didn't sell very well. And the death card shows up. So they took some time to bring out this 2.0, but he is, make no doubt about it, definitely a 2.0. So when we hear him making these speeches, I think we need to listen to what he's saying. Again, he's trying to cause people to make fear-based balloting decisions towards the 46's reelection. So again, makes me think that whoever or whatever is doing this is kind of deep state aligned, not so much white hats, because the white hats, if they were using them, would be nudging them towards, think about it, guys, it wasn't this bad, or this is something that we shouldn't be allowing. But he was also very much involved in the Russia outcries. So yeah. So it's a black hat. It's a replacement, and we're supposed to buy it, but I'm not. How about you? Let's recap. Alt media reported 3 years ago that Mr. Comey had been dealt with at the spa, and he was notably off the public scene for quite some time after that. Now there's a new book out, book tour going on, having interviews. I was curious because I was pretty much convinced that Mr. Comey had gone bye-bye. And so I wanted to look. Again, I was trying to train my eye to see when they bring on a 2.0, what version of it is it? Is it a stand-in wearing a mask? Is it a lookalike? It'd be hard to get a 6'8" lookalike. And indeed, the Comey that's making appearances now is not seen walking on and off screen. They're actually trying to accentuate height. I showed a picture of him with a 5'5" reporter. She's in a lowered chair. He's in a taller chair, trying to make him seem tall. And even at that, it only seems to add an inch or two to his height. So the replacement, they couldn't replace the height. We asked the universe for insights and information. And and we asked for, first of all, was there accuracy in the chatter that he's been dealt with, that we're no longer dealing with a 1.0. And I got no indication of a clone, which I wasn't expecting, because my understanding is those clones kind of get started out in a pod and they just don't make them that tall. So let's see what we got. First of all, the universe said, Laura, you're on the right track, but there's some information we're just not going to share at this time. That's usually what this card means. It also means about talking about taking a break and what have you. And sure enough, there was quite a hiatus in quotes and appearances by Mr. Comey from 2021 to this year. The magician talked about trying to manufacture and make manifest a new and improved Mr. Comey. The hangman made me laugh. I'm sorry, but that the reporting was that Mr. Comey lost his head in 2021, and here we have a hanged man, which is not what this card is usually about. It just struck me, the irony of hanged man and hanged man. So we also got the death card for him, which speaks not so much of a passing, but a long, slow transformation. So it took them a while to come up with a, they think, believable alternative to the original model. The whoever's involved in this thinks that it's going to pay off for them well. The 2.0 is probably being well paid to be a 2.0 and wear that mask and be that believable. And I think in many cases, when we see someone just coming on for a video soundbite, interview type of thing, it's CGI is what's going on. So that was it. Yeah, the original is no longer with us. They've tried to make manifest a new one. He's getting paid well to play this part. And yeah, 1.0 is gone. Okay, was called to account. And 2.0 is doing his best, but can't manufacture that kind of height. So the liberal outlets that he's showing in are trying to accommodate him with chair heights and things like that. Let's see him standing side by side with someone that we can prove is a certain height. And again, lifts will take care of a couple inches, but they're just not going to do it. So that's it for this video and our little rabbit trail about what happened to over a foot of height for Mr. Comey. And I thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed what I came up with. And if you disagree or come up with some information or insights or some actual footage that shows whoever's playing this part in that could show us what height this 2.0 is, I would really appreciate it. But again, enjoy. And if you don't, watch other stuff. Our life is way too short to waste time on things you don't agree with or align with. To that point, before I say goodbye, I have always maintained, and I still maintain, that my job is not to convince anyone that tarot can be used without participating in witchcraft, which I don't, or that it can be a tool, when used correctly, can help with insights and information. It's not my job to change everybody's mind, and I don't want to. I want people to follow their hearts, and if that means that they're following programming that they're later going to change their mind about or regret or not, that's fine too. Okay, so I get some trolls, and I think some of them are bots, that talk about how evil tarot is, and those comments aren't going to be kept on my channel. The people that watch have decided for themselves that there's some validity and that this is a tool that can be used, and for entertainment purposes, sometimes for insight, sometimes for information. And I just wanted to say that. So I try not to overly police the comments. So, but that's what I'm tired of dealing with. And I just want to go on record as saying that. If you think tarot is evil, watch other content. Until next time, I send you, if you wish to have it, love, light, and everything bright. Bye.